So today we are making turtle soup. It's supposed to be turtle soup, but it could wind up being more like turtle gumbo or something like that. I don't know. We'll find out. In any case, this here is a wild-caught snapping turtle. I got my cast iron pot full of water. I'm throwing in a whole onion. I'm not cutting it up fine. I'm just, chunks of onion. And I got my Goya garlic, and I'm going to scooch out some garlic. I don't know how much that is. And we got to put some Mr. Dan Pastorini's garlic and herb, because you really cannot have too much garlic. I must say, shoot, there we go. We done. And some gumbo daddies, because you can never go wrong. Fair amount of that. And some of the garlic, Jacobson garlic salt. Okay, shake in some of that. Now let's see how we doing on this here turtle. And that's a healthy size chunk of turtle, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to cut this up in a little bit smaller pieces. It's kind of interesting because you can see how this is a little darker and rougher, and then this meat is a little lighter and firmer. And I'm just going to put Mr. Dan Pastorini's Texas rub on it and put it on the stove for 3 hours. All right, now we're going to bring this to a boil. We're going to turn it down to let it simmer and put a lid on it. I have heard that turtle meat is very tough, so we're going to boil this for like 3 or 4 hours till it's all nice and soft. Wolfie and baby, Nonna loves you. Okay, y'all remember we boiled this turtle down, and now we got to get this scummy stuff out of here. And we're going to just kind of scrape this, and because we don't want this gooky stuff in there. Let's see if we got any more yicky stuff right off the top that we can go ahead and take out. Nope, we seem to be as good as we're going to get on that. And then the first thing we're going to do is come on over to the sink and strain this, but we are not throwing out the juice. I know this probably will ruin my reputation and all of that. I've never had turtle soup before, so we finna find out what this is all about. We have strained this through. So tender, it's crazy tender, and it looks really good. Let's take a little taste test, see what snapping turtle tastes like. I thought this would be fishier, but it's not. Tastes like chicken. And not exactly like chicken, more like pork. This is actually more pork chop flavored, I think. Okay, next we're gonna make a roux, because if you're making a turtle soup gumbo-y type thing, what I'm making, you gotta make a roux first. Today we're gonna do a red roux, and you know the difference between a blonde roux is a really light color roux, a dark roux is a dark roux. A red roux has some tomato sauce in it. So first you start with a cup of flour. The reason I put the flour in first is because if you put the oil in first and the flour sticks to the cup, blah, blah, blah. Then a cup of olive oil. Oh, my. I did not realize it was going to take this long to fill this cup up with this Goya oil. The Goya. Ah, that's not right either. Okay, there's my cup of olive oil. We used a little bit of this in something else, but it's still a fair, mostly of a cup left over. You know I don't measure much, but you got to measure for a roux. And the number one secret to making the roux is you just got to stand here and stir until your little arm falls right off. I guess we had about 6 minutes worth of stirring. We got it over a relatively low heat. Okay, so we got our pretty roux all roux up. Now we add in the Cajun Holy Trinity, the celery and the bell pepper, and a large onion. How the garlic got left out? I mean, I would say the garlic instead of the celery, but what do I know? That's a handful. I love this squirt thing. Makes Aunt Winky happy too, because I'm not sticking my hand in my garlic jar. 1.5 pounds of pork and venison smoked sausage from the Country Boys. I need to figure out how many carbs are in this cup of flour and see how ugly the cup of this soup is with the carbs in it. Okay, so we have stirred up those veggies and warmed up this sausage. This is a great debate within this house how to cut up the smoked sausage. I like it in quarters. Nonna likes it in circles. So we have had to compromise because old married people had to do that sometimes. And turn it into, you know, halves. This is the turtle broth that we strained all the icky stuff out of. So I'm just doing this just to rinse out the bottom of this Goya can. All right. Now I'm adding all the turtle broth. I am adding some yellow squash and a zucchini and about a half a head of cauliflower. Again, measurements, whatever. You add as much or as little if you want. If you want to put taters in it, put you some taters in it. If you don't want to put taters in it, don't put taters in it. If you want to put green beans, broccoli, you could put any kind of okra. I am not a fan of okra. I know you're supposed to put okra in your gumbo, but I do not do that. This pulled apart, shredded, yummy and delicious turtle meat. And everything in here has been cooked, so you don't have to worry about getting any salmonella gynecoccus from it. Okay, and I'm going to stir this up. I'm going to look at it and decide who I think I need a little more water at this point in time. And I do think that I do need some more liquid in here. All right. Yeah, we don't want it real thick off the bat because, again, this is supposed to be a soup. That is about 1.5 lemons because I had a half a lemon left over. Let's take a taste test, see do we need to add anything in here. Put some more gumbo daddies in. Put some Mr. Dan Pastorini's garlics and herbs. Some of this adobo all-purpose seasoning, which I have come to really like. It says it works on fish and everything. And you could check out our other alligator recipe. You could check out our rattlesnake recipe. We have a long history with cooking the reptiles. Our cauliflower is cooked through. Our squash is cooked through. Our turtle's probably a little too cooked. Probably should have boiled it a little less from yesterday. But it's cooked. Let's do the quick taste test and see where we are. That is a good soup. Thick, good soup. There's exactly 1 cup of flour, so we figure that's about 4 grams per cup of carbs. 4 grams per cup if you're ketoing it. It's a little on the carby side, but not too bad. Cook, skydive, have fun, give back.